Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this video right now, that means that you have some sort of business that is either online or partly online. But regardless, you think that you can benefit from outsourcing some repetitive operations to talent overseas. Okay? Now, let's go over the facts. No matter who you are, whether you're Elon Musk or you're a homeless guy on the street, you have 24 hours in a day. That is, simply put, the way it's going to be. You can't do anything about that. Okay? You can only do so much, and unless you start outsourcing, and I mean, to be honest, the sooner you start outsourcing, the quicker that you can grow, you're not going to get very far, right? On a day-to-day basis, you probably do a lot of repetitive activities that you can easily outsource for literally pennies. I mean, like, just for example, right? Let's just get right into it. I'm not even gonna go into it, but let's just get into it. So, whether you're looking to automate appointment setting, client onboarding, list building, repetitive social media tasks, email answering, scheduling, I'm talking like haircuts, stuff like that, or any of the other tasks that you have in your business or personal life, you can do that with talent from the Philippines. Okay? Now, these tasks can be easily outsourced, right? I'm going to show you exactly how and why you should do that, okay? Now, let's talk about the Philippines real quick, right? If you live in the United States, primarily in the East Coast, it's evident that the Philippines are in vastly different time zones, right? In fact, Manila time, which is the main time or the only time zone in the Philippines, is 12 hours ahead of Eastern time, meaning 3 p.m. EST is 3 a.m. Manila. And it's even worse if you're on the West Coast because then they're 15 hours ahead, right? But if you pay your VA a decent wage, and VA stands for virtual assistant, by the way, they're going to be more than willing to work in any time zone you desire. It doesn't matter, right? Just for reference, like the average person in the Philippines who works a 9 to 5, we're talking about a physical labor 9 to 5. They literally go to a little office or do whatever they do and they work. They get paid $250 a month, right? Now, meaning for $250 a month, you could get back 8 hours of your day, right? If you create the right training and the right standard operating procedures, that's what SOPs are, you could literally change the way you work, right? If you've ever heard of this thing called Pareto's principle, it's the ideology that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts, and the other 80% of your time goes to 20% of the results. The idea here is I want to help you outsource the 80% that leads for the 20% results and have you take your 20% that leads for the other 80% of the results, right? Meaning, let me explain Pareto's principle. 20% of your effort results in 80% of your results. I want to help outsource the other 80% of your effort to someone else who their time isn't so valuable like yours, right? Now, look, most likely speaking, you would be hiring a VA for a sales position, right? Whether it's appointment setting or cold calling, maybe even taking sales calls themselves, right? Which I wouldn't recommend they take sales calls, but whether it's appointment setting or cold calling or answering the phone, whatever it is, you can do it if you actually train them the right way. Think of EAs like a program almost, right? If you program them well, you give them the right instructions, they will be able to completely change the way you work, right? So let's look into this, right? So first question you probably have is, okay, the hiring process. How would I find them? How do I qualify them? How do I make sure they know what they're doing? How does this all work? So the magic starts on a website called onlinejobs.ph, right? From my experience, this is the best place to hire talent from the Philippines, by far. I've tried a bunch of websites. I love onlinejobs.ph, okay? I don't have any affiliate subscription with them. I just like their service, right? Matter of fact, I'm actually going to just pull it up real quick, onlinejobs.ph, and I'm going to show you guys how that looks. Now, the website's super simple. You literally make a subscription. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks, and that's it, right? You come on here, you click post a job, right? Boom. Job title, sales development rep, just for example, employment, full-time. Realistically speaking, if you're okay with dishing out $300-400, which, I mean, to be honest, if you don't see the value in spending what is it? You're going to save yourself 8 hours times 5, 40 hours a week times 4, 106. If you don't see the value in paying $1.87 per hour of your time, this is probably not a video for you, to be honest. If you don't have $1.85 to pay someone else to outsource your tasks, if you can't see the value in that, then this video is not for you. But if you can understand that, you're paying them $300 a month, they're going to work full time. They're going to work full time for you, right? Job description. This matters a lot, right? Take the time, write this out, because it's going to filter out the people who aren't qualified, right? So I'll show you guys a quick one of my job posts. And if you watched my last video where I talk about the Facebook Messenger outreach, this is the very job application that I do. Take a look at this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking for someone who can do appointment setting, sales development for our company through Facebook Messenger. What they're going to do it, where they're going to do it, the payment, the requirements, how I want them to be, I guess a check if they're really about it, telling them what time they're going to work, and then also to send a voice clip, because that's how I qualify them. If I hear that they have a very heavy accent, or I just don't understand them, or to be honest, they just sound annoying, I just won't hire them, right? So I only hire the people who are, like, I guess I can understand them quite fine, because honestly, I'm just not going to deal with it if I can't understand you easily, right? You're going to get a lot of applicants, so you might as well just choose the best ones, okay? So that's that, right? Now, by far, the most important fields on that page, this is the page right here, right? I can pull it up right here, is 100% going to be the amount you're paying them and also the skills, right? Now, for obvious reasons, I mean, in the end of the day, you're a business owner, right? You understand that when you're paid what you're worth, you have a lot more motivation to work, right? And realistically speaking, right, if you take a look at this, that's a tweet that I'm going to post after I make the sales asset, but where is it, right? Here's the document. The difference between, like, for example, because as I mentioned, $300 and $400, right? $300, I'd say, is like borderline. You're like, don't give them less than $300, because they're just not going to try. The difference between you paying $300 and $400 is $100. That's an extra $3 a day, right? You're paying them an extra $3 a day, and now they're going to be working twice as hard, right? So what I'd really say is give them a good pay, right? You can afford $400 a month, right? You're going to give them that, and they're going to love you. They're going to work like crazy. They're going to work so hard, right? Now, for skill requirements, I strongly recommend you put English and customer support. Even if you're not looking to hire for a sales development position, still put English and customer support, because those skills are universal. They need to speak English. How are they going to communicate with you if they don't speak English? And they need to know customer support, because the art of dealing with people is priceless, and it's a universal skill, right? It doesn't matter what you put the VAs to. Listen, whether it's they're booking haircuts for you, or whether it's they're taking calls or answering emails, they need to understand how to deal with people, right? Those two skills, I'd say, are absolutely unequivocally non-negotiable, right? Then the next one, I believe, select up to 3 skills. And the last skill would be unique. So if you want them to, cold call, then you'd put cold calling, or I think it's called telemarketing or something, right? That's one of them. If you want them to, I don't know, update your CRM or do something like that, give them the CRM, skill. Just put in the actual skill that you want them to do, right? So that's that, right? Then once you submit, you're going to see like a couple applications. Like you're going to see it, you give it like a couple of hours, or a lot of the time, don't forget that they are, 12 hours ahead. And once you do get applications, it's going to look like this. You're going to get quite a bit, especially if you put like an application in for $400 a month. You're going to get quite a bit of applications, because in the end of the day, that's a pretty good pay. And keep in mind, the average salary in the US is $6,250. The average salary in the Philippines is, $250. You paying someone in the Philippines $500 a month is the equivalent of making like $13,000 a month in the US. Like, they are balling, right? So don't forget that, because you're first of all, you're changing a person's life, because they're like making money now, right? That's first of all. Second of all, they're going to work their asses off to make sure that you keep them forever, right? So it's beautiful. Now, once you start getting applicants, this is how it's going to look, right? You're going to have people here. Like, for example, this girl right here. We did not end up hiring her because she just responded too late. But as you can see, she applied, right? And she said, I am a experienced sales expert for about 6 years now. I work for various of clients in the US, Australia, and UK as a sales agent / telemarketer. And then they'll pitch her. And then they'll send a voice recording, right? And then this voice recording has a recording of her voice. They use this a lot in Vocaroo, so that's pretty much how that works. I hope this helped you, right? If you're going to implement this, then, make sure that, I don't know, you make it useful. I don't even know what to say, bro. I'm going off the top of my head. But thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, subscribe to me because it's free, first of all. And second of all, I'm going to keep giving you more value. I'm not selling a program. I don't have a course. I don't have an upsell. I don't have anything. I'm just doing these videos for Twitter, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You have a good day.